Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Bhakti Yoga Shala, our Alchemy Yoga. It's nice to have you here with us today. My name is Noah, for those of you that don't know me. And I think tonight we'll just start right where we're at, seated. So just find a comfortable, cross-legged, seated position. See if you can sit up nice and tall without necessarily being rigid. And then just close your eyes. Let's just take a few moments to drop into the space tonight. Whatever kind of day it's been, whatever kind of week you're having, see if you can just start to let go of that. And just land right here, right now. While you're sitting there, see if you can just bring your awareness to your breath in its natural state. So without any real manipulation or force, just start the process of noticing your breath. While you're there paying attention to your breath, see if you can check in with your body and notice how you're feeling today, what kind of energy level you're working with. And let's try this together. Take an inhale gently through the nose and just start to fill up those lungs, and then just hold the breath at the top. Open up the mouth, and as you're ready, just sigh out the breath. Beautiful. We'll do two more just like that. Inhale through the nose, holding at the top. When you're ready, open the mouth, release the breath. Beautiful. Last time, sweetly through the nose, inhale. Maybe sipping just a little bit more air at the top. And then when you're ready, open the mouth, release the breath. Beautiful. See if you can keep breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the nose. So just putting some constraints, some boundaries around the breath. And see if you can bring that awareness right to that flow in and out through the nose. And then maybe just take your right hand and place it on the space in your body where you feel your breath the most. Just building some awareness in the body, the mind, with the breath. Beautiful, everybody. Very gently, just bring the hands together in front of the heart. Slight bow of the chin. Before we begin the practice, let's just set an intention for our practice today. So whatever it is that you want to cultivate more of in your life, in your yoga practice, in your relationships, whatever that thing is, just see if you can get very specific and get very clear. And then see the manifestation of that intention just rippling out into every part of your life. Notice what it looks like, but more importantly, right where those thumbs are pressing into the heart, feel what that feels like for you as it manifests into being. That intention gives this practice purpose. It's supported by everyone here today. Let's just start the class with 3 sounds of Om. Take a nice inhale through the nose. Namaste, everybody. So from here, just gently relax the hands, open up the eyes, maybe just take a look around the room, acknowledge that you're all here together, and then we'll start by rolling onto our hands and knees, coming to all fours, tabletop position. Fingers spread nice and wide, right underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and then on an inhale, just lift the left leg to your own sweet degree, pressing back through the left heel. And then on your next inhale, just reach the right arm out in front of you, coming into sunbird pose. Fingers spread nice and wide. Don't even worry about the height. Just starting to pull a little bit of length, a little bit of traction into the spine. Staying with that flow of breath. Take one more inhale to lengthen out, and then hand knee foot to ground on the exhale. Same thing on the other side, just lifting the right leg, pressing back through the right heel. Take an inhale and reach the left arm out in front of you. Sunbird on the other side. Again, just a little bit of balance, a little bit of strength, and a whole lot of breath and length in that spine. Take a big inhale. Hand, knee, foot to ground on the exhale. Feet together. Spread the knees nice and wide, and just let those hips melt to the back of the space. Forehead to the front of the space. Coming into child's pose. And while you're here in child's pose, just take a few moments to really hone in on that breath, flowing in and out through the nose. Any pockets of tension, anywhere that you feel tight, see if you can just breathe into those spaces. Notice as that breath gets deeper, the mind gets more calm, more still. And that's really the essence of what we're trying to do here tonight, I think. Just giving our bodies, our minds, our hearts a little break, a little respite. And just tuning back into what's really important. See if you can just start to lengthen that breath. Drawing the breath in a little bit deeper. And then evening the breath out. See if you can find that place where the length of the inhale and the length of the exhale start to match. Just creating some equanimity in the breath. And in doing so, again, just creating an environment in the body and in the spirit for that equanimity to flourish. At any time tonight during the practice, if you want to take a break or just come back to your breath, just drop your knees, come back to child's pose. This pose is always here for you. And from here, just very gently start to make your way back up, all fours, tabletop. And let's just start to link that breath with a little bit of gentle movement. On an inhale, let the belly drop, pull the heart forward, let the shoulders roll back. And then as you exhale, draw the belly up and in, head hangs free. Beautiful. Inhale, belly drops, heart pulls forward. Exhale, round it in. Just take a few of these in your own breath. Inhale, belly drops. And just start to explore that range of motion in the spine. Exhale, belly draws in. And explore your own unique rhythm of breath. Just allowing that breath to facilitate the exploration. And from here, still breathing deep, let's just take this into more of a Sahaja style movement. So you can start by making little figure eight movements with the hips, with the neck, the shoulders. You can start to bring the weight forward over the wrists. You can drop the weight into the hips. And Sahaja comes from the tantric essence. It's like what's beneath the asana. It's the energetic structure, the truth of the pose. And this is just a chance to explore something really intimate, really personal. And just be mindful of your breath. See if you can breathe into those pockets. If you haven't already, just reverse the flow in the other direction. Beautiful, everybody. 2 more rounds of breath. And then we'll meet in a neutral tabletop. From tabletop, just curl the toes, very gently lift the hips. Coming to the first down dog of the class. Feet are spread about hip distance. Hands spread about shoulder distance, maybe a little bit wider. Just let the head hang free with gravity. Maybe keeping the knees bent for this first down dog. First down dog is always such a exploration, you know. Whatever kind of day it's been, you're going to feel it in this down dog. Maybe you feel a little tight. Maybe you're loose. Most likely you're somewhere in between. Just notice. And notice that flow of breath still deep. Beautiful. And from here on an inhale, let's just come to the top of a push-up, coming to plank pose. Just a few breaths here in plank. Hands underneath the shoulders, heels gently pressing toward the back of the space. Maybe a little bend in those elbows, heart pulling to the front of the space. still deep. 2 more deep breaths here just to build a little bit of heat. Wake up those arms. Last inhale. As you exhale, come back up to downward facing dog. Any little movements in down dog that you want to take, if you want to pedal your heels, swivel the heels or the hips, maybe shifting the weight from one palm to the other, just starting to explore the boundaries of your down dog, exploring your own personal structure within down dog. Let's just pulse with the breath a little bit. On an inhale, coming forward to plank. Back up to down dog as you exhale. Inhale, coming forward to plank. Down dog on the exhale. Inhale, come forward to plank pose. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale with the breath. Exhale back, down dog. And then last time forward, inhale to plank. This time gently lower onto your belly. When you get there, release the tops of the feet, hands underneath the shoulders. First, gentle cobra. Inhale, chest and heart start to lift, shoulders roll back. Exhale, release, set it down. We'll do 5. Inhale, Bhujangasana with the breath. Exhale, release, set it down. Inhale, number 3. Exhale, release, set it down. Number 4 with the breath. Exhale, release, set it down. We'll hang out in this last one. Inhale, up to cobra. Just take a few deep breaths here. Elbows starting to touch the side ribs, tops of the feet pressing down onto the mat, heart lifting, shoulders roll back, big inhale. Exhale, release, set it down, curl the toes, lifting the hips, come back up, downward facing dog, breathing deep. Lovely, everybody. From here, just come up onto your tippy toes. Feel the height in the hips. And then keeping that height, just gently let those heels melt back down to wherever they feel comfortable. They don't need to touch the mat. It's not the point. Keeping the height in the hips. See if you can draw the belly in to support the lower spine. See if you can melt the heart. And then maybe, just maybe, starting to draw the chin in toward the chest. Take a big inhale, come back up onto the tippy toes, bend the knees and look forward. As you exhale, just walk yourself to the front of the mat. Feet spread about hip distance. Hands to shins or down on the mat, whatever feels right for you. On an inhale, pull the heart forward. Take a few deep breaths here. Again, just bringing some length to the spine, breathing into the back of the legs. One more inhale, and then exhale. Just hinge from the hips, coming into a really sweet forward fold. Again, maybe keeping those knees bent. And just close your eyes and just hone in on that breath. As you inhale, feel the entire chest cavity filling up, feeling the lift as that happens. And then as you exhale, just let that exhale hinge you from the hips. Let the breath facilitate the movement. Enjoy that rush of blood to the head. Beautiful, everybody. Say 2 more deep breaths. And then see if you can bring your hands to your hips, grounding through all 4 corners of the feet, just starting to ragdoll our way up to standing, 1 vertebrae at a time. Just stack the spine on top of itself. The gaze will be the last thing to come forward. When it does, take a big inhale, spread the arms wide, reach high to the sky, palms connect, and then as you exhale, just bring the hands back to the heart. Bring the feet together, close your eyes. Just come back to your intention. Remember why we're here tonight. And then let's just start to move. On an inhale, circle the arms wide, reach high, lifting up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold with the breath. Halfway up, flat back, inhale, heart pulls forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Take a breath in plank just to organize. Exhale, lower onto your belly with that breath. Cobra on the inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips, coming back to downward facing dog. And just noticing what's starting to shift, even just after a few simple movements. Notice that breath still deep, mind still calm. Big inhale, winding back through the hips. Exhale, feet walk or hop, your choice, front of the mat. Halfway up, flat back. Inhale, heart pulls forward. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, circle the arms, reach high to the sky. Hands to the heart on the exhale. Inhale, circle, reach, lifting with the breath. Dive and release. Exhale. Inhale, heart pulls forward, should feel good. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, lower with the breath. Cobra on the inhale. Exhale, back, downward facing dog, breathing deep. Notice those fingers spread nice and wide. See if you can let those shoulder blades start to roll down the back. Maybe turning the tricep, the upper edge of the outer arm out a bit to make a little bit of space. As you do that, drawing the forearms together so you have a nice stable base in the front of your body. Heart still melting, chin still drawing toward that chest. Big inhale, wind it back. Exhale, feet walk or hop, front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale from the ground. Inhale, circle, come up high to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Inhale, circle wide, reach, lift high. Exhale, dive and release with the breath. Inhale, halfway up. And then exhale, just come back to that forward fold. See if you can spread the feet about shoulder distance. Put a nice bend in the left knee so the right leg is straight. And then come up on the left fingertips. Right arm to the sky. Coming into our first twist. And the deeper you bend that left knee, the more you can start to pull that heart forward. And then just breathe into the outside edge of that right leg. Take a big inhale, open wide. Exhale, gently set that right hand down. Halfway up, flat back. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. This time bending the right knee, keeping the left leg straight. Come up onto the right fingertips, left arm up to the sky. Twists are all about compromise. So there's nothing to jam into here. Just find the place in the pose that feels good for you. Find your breath in the pose. And then just open up to the possibility of the practice. Big inhale, open up that left chest. Exhale, set the left hand down. Halfway up, flat back, heart pulls forward. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the feet together. And then start to bend the knees, start to drop the hips. On an inhale, chest and arms up toward the sky. Coming into our first chair pose, Utkatasana. Just start with the feet. See if you can drop the weight into the heels, maybe lifting the toes off the mat, spreading them nice and wide, and then dropping the hips to a place that feels good for you. See if you can lift up through the front part of the belly, lifting the heart, fingers spread wide, but let the shoulders roll back. Lifting through the heart and just breathing deep and sweet. Utkatasana comes from the word ugra, and ugra means fierce. Find the fierceness in the pose, but also find the sweetness. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, forward fold, straighten the legs. Halfway up, flat back. Inhale, heart pulls forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, lower with the breath. Cobra on the inhale. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Bring the feet together, right leg to the sky, and then right knee to the belly. As you exhale, draw it in. Inhale, right leg comes back up. Exhale, right foot steps deep at the front of the mat. And then stay balanced on those back toes. Feet spread about hip distance apart, and then drop the left knee down to the mat. Release the top of the left foot, and then shifting the weight forward. So bringing the hips forward, interlace the fingers on top of the right thigh, press down to lift up. Just breathing deep. Right into that left psoas, that left hip flexor. But more importantly, just feel your connection to the ground. Feeling grounded in the lower body. On an inhale, if it feels good, circle the arms and just reach them up to the sky. Reaching through the fingers, letting the shoulders roll down the back, lifting through the heart. And just breathe right into that heart space. Connect to the lightness of the pose. And again, just blending the two together. One more inhale to shine. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Curl the left toes, coming back up to that high lunge. And then this time, shifting the weight forward onto the right foot, left leg to the sky, coming into standing split. Hands spread wider than the shoulders to start. And then if it feels good, you can start to walk those hands in toward the right foot. See if you can drop that left hip down so that it's a little neutral. And then just find the place in the pose that feels right for you tonight. Lifting through that left quadricep, take a breath, big inhale, and then left foot next to right. Halfway up, flat back, inhale, pull the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold, feet together, bend the knees, drop the hips. One inhale, Utkatasana chair with the breath. Exhale, forward fold, dive and release. halfway up, inhale, exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, lower with the breath. Cobra as you inhale. Exhale, back down dog, feet together, left leg to the sky, inhale, left knee to the belly, hug and squeeze it in. Inhale, left leg comes back, exhale, left foot steps deep at the front of the mat, feet hip distance apart, gently dropping that right knee down. Interlace the fingers on top of the left thigh, press down to lift that heart. And again, just breathe. Feeling grounded, rooted, and supported in the pose. Just opening, exploring. Maybe even a little bit of playfulness. On an inhale, circle the arms, reach high to the sky. And again, just find that connection between the lower body, grounded to the earth, the upper body and heart, soaring to the sky. Breath deep, heart open. Beautiful. One more inhale, full expression. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Curl the right toes, coming back to a high lunge, and then shifting the weight forward onto the left foot, right leg to the sky. Standing split. Just let that torso melt right over that left leg. Right leg lifts to whatever degree feels good for you. And just breathe. Have the experience of being in your body. One more inhale, right foot next to left. Halfway up, flat back. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, feet together, bend the knees, drop the hips. One breath, Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold and release. Halfway up, inhale, heart pulls forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, lower with the breath. Cobra as you inhale. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. And take a big inhale through the nose and then out the mouth. We'll do two more. Inhale deep. Last time. Deepest breath yet. Beautiful. When we release those sound vibrations, we make space, we make akasha in the body. Beautiful. Big inhale, right leg up to the sky. Right knee to the belly on the exhale. Inhale, right leg reaches back. Exhale, right foot steps deep. Balanced on those back toes. Inhale, crescent warrior with the breath. Both arms up to the sky. Front knee bent nice and deep. See if you can press back through that left heel. Feeling stable in the lower body. Heart lifting. Fingers reaching toward the sky, shoulders rolling back. Find your breath. Find your place in the pose. One more inhale. Exhale, release the hands, step back to plank, lower with the breath. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, back down dog, left leg to the sky, big inhale, left knee to the belly on the exhale. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Exhale, left foot steps deep. Deep breath, strong belly, crescent warrior with the breath rising up. again, just build it from the ground up. Feel your feet connected to the mat. Feel the left knee bent nice and deep, as good as feels good for you tonight. Right heel pressing to the back of the space. Maybe even starting to draw those thighs in together. Heart lifting. Front of the belly lifting. Fingers reaching to the sky. Shoulders rolling back. Big inhale. Find that full expression for you. Exhale. Release the hands. Step back. Lower with the breath. Inhale to cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathing deep. Notice what's starting to shift for you. Big inhale, winding back through the hips. Exhale, feet walk or hop front of the mat. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, feet together, bend the knees, drop the hips. Inhale, chair pose, one breath. Exhale, forward fold, release. Halfway up, flat back, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back and lower with the breath. Cobra as you inhale. Exhale back, down dog. Last cycle of these. Right leg to the sky, inhale. Right knee to the belly, hug and squeeze it in. Inhale, right leg reaches back. Exhale, right foot steps deep. Strong belly, big breath, crescent warrior. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat, step back and lower. Inhale to cobra. Exhale back, down dog, left leg to the sky. Inhale, left knee to the belly, hug and squeeze it in. Inhale, left leg reaches back. Exhale, left foot steps deep, crescent warrior with the breath. Build it from the ground up. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, lower with the breath. Inhale to cobra. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Breathing deep. Everyone just drop the knees. Come back to child's pose. Come back to your breath. Just notice what happens when we move from a more kinetic series of movements and when we come back to a place of stillness. Notice the heightened awareness of the breath. Maybe that heart is starting to beat. Beautiful. 2 more deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, just coming back up to all fours, tabletop position. And then, just like we started on an inhale, taking the left leg to the back of the space. Right arm reaching out in front of you. Just find some length. And then see if you can start to take that right hand over to the right. And pressing through that left heel, bring the left leg forward to the left, to the front of the space. And again, just a breath or two here to explore a range of motion. One more inhale, coming back to sunbird pose. Take a good inhale, lengthen out, and then right elbow, left knee, right into the belly. Hug and squeeze it in. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, hug and squeeze it in. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, hug and squeeze it in. That's 3. We'll do 5. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, draw it in. Almost there. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, draw it in. Coming back to sunbird pose, take a big inhale, and then see if you can bring that left heel into the lower back. Take the right hand and either grab the top of the left foot, the left ankle, whatever feels accessible for you. And then lifting through that left thigh, start to press that left foot to the back of the space to open up that right shoulder and just breathe into whatever you're feeling. Let's say 3 more deep breaths here in half bow. Just pacing yourself, working with the breath. 1 more big inhale to shine. Coming back to sunbird pose, take a goodbye inhale. Lengthen out. Exhale, hand, knee, foot to ground. Inhale, belly drops, heart pulls forward. Exhale, rounding through the belly. Inhale, belly drops, heart pulls forward. Exhale, round it in. Inhale, belly drops, heart pulls forward. This time, stick out the tongue, lion's breath, as you draw the belly up and in. Beautiful. Come back to that neutral tabletop. And then from here, on an inhale, let's see. Take the right arm up to the sky. Take a big breath. So open up that right chest. And then bring the right shoulder all the way down to the mat. And maybe take those left fingers right by your ear and just gently press to make a little bit of space in the neck. And then just enjoy a really nice, really deep shoulder stretch. Any variations that you want to take here, totally fine. You can bring that left hand to the lower back. You can reach it around and grab the inside of the right thigh. Oh. But just let that shoulder relax and just breathe into it. If you have your hand wrapped around, see if you can just gently place that left hand right by the ears and then gently pressing the left hand down. Right arm comes all the way back. Take a big inhale, open up, and then set the right hand down. Beautiful. Curl the toes, lift the hips, coming back to downward facing dog. See if you can walk your hands toward the back of the space. Feet spread, hip distance. 2 options here. You can either make a hook with your index, middle finger, and thumb and hook your big toe, or you can lift your toes and the front of the feet off the mat and work the palms underneath the feet. So whatever feels good for you here, and then on an inhale, pull the heart forward. Get some length in that spine. Exhale, forward fold. Close the eyes. Breathing deep. And just stretch the entire back side of the body. From the back of the ankles, the hamstrings, the lower back, everything. Let's say 2 more deep breaths here. Just enjoy that forward fold. And then if you have your hands underneath your feet, just very gently unwedge them. And let's all bring our hands to the lower back. Interlace the fingers on an inhale. Draw the hands to the back of the space. As you exhale, bring the hands to the front of the space. You can always use a towel or a strap. See if you can draw the shoulder blades together. And then see if you can drop that breath right into the back of the heart. One more inhale. Gently release the hands back down right underneath the shoulders. Come up onto the fingertips. Pull the heart forward. Bring some length back into that spine. Gaze forward and just walk your hands back. Downward facing dog. Take an inhale and down dog. Gently drop the knees. Coming back to child's pose. Just honed in on that breath. And then when you're ready, making your way back up to all fours, tabletop. One last little sequence before we wind this down. On an inhale, just lifting the right leg to your own sweet degree. And then as you're ready, reaching that left arm out in front of you. Coming into sunbird pose. And then see if you can take that left hand all the way over to the left. Pressing through that right heel. Bring the right leg toward the front of the space to whatever degree is accessible. Balancing on that right hand. One more inhale. Gently as you exhale, coming back to sunbird pose. And then take an inhale to lengthen in sunbird. Left elbow, right knee into the belly. Hug and really squeeze it in. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, draw it in. Collect that energy. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, draw it in. Connect. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, draw it in. That's 3. Again, we'll do 5. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw and squeeze it in. Inhale, lengthen out. Last time, exhale, draw it in. Coming back to sunbird, take an inhale. Right heel into the lower back. Reach around with the left hand. Grab the top of the right foot, the right ankle, whatever you can reach. Lifting through that right thigh. Press the right foot to the back of the space to start to open it up. And just find whatever space feels good. Work with whatever energy level you're working with tonight. Honor your body. Honor your practice. Breath sounds amazing, everybody. 2 more deep breaths. Feeling the energy peak. Last big inhale. Coming back to sunbird on the exhale. Take a goodbye inhale to lengthen out. Hand, knee, foot to ground. Inhale, belly drops, heart pulls forward. Exhale, rounding through the belly. Inhale, belly drops, heart pulls forward. Exhale, round it in. Inhale, belly drops, heart pulls forward. Exhale, round it in. And then just come back to a neutral spine. Left arm opens wide and up. Take a big inhale, open the left chest. Exhale, drop the left shoulder down to the mat. And again, anything you want to do with that right hand, you want to bring it to the lower back, if you want to bring it to the inside of the left thigh, totally fine. Just find the place in the pose where you can really just breathe into that left shoulder. 3 more deep breaths right where you're at. Find that release. If you have your right hand bound up, just very gently set it back by the ears. And then pressing that right hand down, take a big inhale, open that left chest back up. Exhale, gently set the left hand down. Come back to child's pose. Feet together, knees spread wide. Gently making your way back to all fours when you're ready. And then since we're here, and since we're still warm, let's just get a very gentle back bend in. So see if you can just start to walk your hands forward and just melt that heart right down toward the mat. See if you can keep the knees right underneath the hips. If you have the range of motion and it feels good, you can bring the gaze forward, but again, really don't want to do that unless you've got that range of motion. See if you can keep some length in the neck. And again, just drop that breath right into the back space behind the heart. Letting that heart open, maybe coming back to your intention. And let's just say 3 more deep breaths. Beautiful. The easiest way to get out of this is to just spread the fingers nice and wide, plant the palms, and then one palm at a time, just come back to all fours, and then gently transition back to child's pose, just as a counter pose to that back bend. When we orient the spine one way, we just want to make sure we orient it the other way. Beautiful, everybody. And then from here, just gently make your way back up, all fours. And then let's do this. Just walk the knees forward, cross the ankles behind you. Come to a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Oh, time flies when you're doing yoga. So, tell you what, I'm going to give you guys some options here. We're going to move into a little bit of pranayama. You can either take a comfortable cross-legged seated position. You can also spread the legs wide for a forward fold if you like. So just find the variation that feels right for you. You spread the legs wide, just press through the heels, and then just see if you can breathe with me. So we're going to start by just taking a nice deep inhale through the nose and then out through the nose. And then inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 2, 1. Keep the eyes closed and just come back to your normal rate of breath. And just witness and observe the effect of the pranayama. Slowing that breath down to 2 breaths per minute. Beautiful. If you're in that forward fold, just very gently start to make your way back up. Maybe bring the feet out in front of you and just wiggle your feet, your toes. We're going to move into an exercise for pratyahara after completing the pranayama. So again, coming back to a comfortable cross-legged seated position, we're going to do something called Yoni mudra. So just take your hands right out in front of you and take your 2 fingers, your middle finger and your index finger. You're going to put those right over your eyes. You're going to take your ring finger and you're going to place it right by your nostrils without covering your nostrils so that you can keep breathing. Take your pinky and just place it right at the edges of your lips. The thumb is going to go right in the ear. So just keep your breath and see if you can start to turn inward. Turn that vision inward. Starting to explore that internal landscape. All of those sensory organs that we use to perceive what's outside of us. See if you can start the process of turning those inward and just exploring that internal space. Maybe even noticing the place where your skin meets everything else and just starting to dissolve that space. We'll take 3 more deep breaths here. And then just very gently release the hands. Maybe bring the knees together and just let that forehead rest right on those knees and just give yourself a little hug, a little squeeze. Self-love is really probably where it starts and ends. Just taking a moment in the practice to give some of that love back to ourselves. And then when you're ready, just very gently making your way onto your back. And once you get on your back, just bring the knees into the belly. Give them a little hug, a little squeeze. And then see if you can grab the outside edges of your feet with your hands. Coming into happy baby. And see if you can keep the tailbone connected to the mat. Spread the feet a little bit wider than the hips. And then just use those hands to start to draw the hips down toward the mat. Just a really, really gentle little hip opener. If you want to rock gently from side to side, that's totally fine. It feels good to just stay still. Just honor what's going on for you today. Beautiful. See if you can hook your big toe with your index finger and your middle finger. And then just spread the feet and the legs as wide as feels good for you. Take an inhale and then just bring the legs back together. And bring the arms down by the side of the body and just let those feet melt right to the back of the space, setting up for plow pose. If you have any neck injuries, just skip this. And just let those feet fall toward the back of the space. And then bring the hands to the lower back. And maybe walk the elbows in a little bit toward each other so you have a nice base. And then right leg up toward the sky. And then bring the left leg up to join it. Coming into shoulder stand. Just a little reset. All of that oxygen-rich blood just coming right back to source, to the heart. One more inhale and then just very gently start to bend the knees down toward the forehead. Let those feet relax toward the back of the space. Release the arms down by the sides of the mat and just use those arms as a counterbalance as you very gently unroll that spine. Once the lower back touches, just bring the knees back into the belly. And then just hug the right knee in, give it a squeeze, and release the left leg. See if you can release the right arm and the right shoulder over to the right. Bring your gaze over to the right if that feels good, and then let that right knee just fall over to the left side. Just a last little twist. When you're ready, very gently bringing that right knee back to center. Just hug and squeeze the right knee in, and then bring the left knee in to join, resetting the hips. Keeping that left knee hugged in, release the right leg, and then just release the left shoulder to the left. Let the gaze fall to the left. Let that left knee fall over to the right. Nice twist on the other side. Maybe even just starting to let go of the breath a little bit here. Really just starting to prepare for probably the most important part of this yoga practice. Shavasana is really an opportunity to explore the deepest yoga. When you're ready, just bring that left knee back to center. Hug and squeeze it in. And then just bring the right knee in to join. The knees hugged in. Maybe bring the forehead into those knees. And let's take one last deep breath here together. Hug and squeeze it in. And then exhale, releasing everything. Setting up for Shavasana. Those feet fall open. The ankles relax. The back of the knees relax. The hips melt into the floor. Let the fingertips fall open and the palms release. The wrist open. The elbows relax. The shoulders melting into the ground. Just allow yourself to drop in. Cut the cord. Rest in peace. Sweet dreams. Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. Very, very, very gently, if you can start to make that transition back into your body. Maybe the simplest way to start is by just taking a gentle breath right into that heart space. Maybe wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Just reactivating that body, but see if you can bring some of that stillness with you. Very gently, just taking the arms over the head, just reaching the fingertips toward the back of the space, pointing the toes, getting a nice full body stretch. And gently bringing the knees into the belly. Just give the knees a little hug, a little squeeze. And then just let the knees fall to whichever side feels right for you tonight. Right or left, it doesn't matter. But whatever side those knees fall to, see if you can use that arm as a little pillow. Just have the last few moments here. Feel grounded, to feel safe, to feel supported, to feel loved, to have the experience of being love. When you're ready, just very gently press yourself up to a last comfortable cross-legged seated position. Our last exercise together as a class. Bring the hands in front of your chest, in front of your heart. And pick a place, pick a person, pick someone or something on this planet that needs your love, that needs your prayers, that needs a little bit of light in their life. And just like when we set that intention, see the manifestation of your love, of your light, of your healing manifesting out into the world to that place that you feel needs it most. Offering these last few breaths for a better world. See if you can bring the thumbs up to the third eye, just honoring and acknowledging the power of your thoughts. Everything starts in the mind. The blocks of the building, blocks of our reality. We honor clarity of vision. See if you can bring the index fingers to your lips, honoring and acknowledging the power of the words you speak. Our words bring our thoughts to life. They bring shape, color, texture, velocity, power, and meaning to our thoughts. We honor the power of our words, the power of our truth, and we speak with sweetness. See if you can bring the thumbs back to that heart space. And it's from that place that is the same inside each and every single one of us. I just want to honor and thank you for sharing your practice here with us tonight. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live in peace. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for joining us. See you in Yoga Land real soon. Have a beautiful night.